The bow was ready. Ready to kill. Back! Back! I don't know what just happened. I was just sitting here, and all of a sudden, from over in the woods, I heard running, and it was coming right at me. They turned at this bush here, and I got to full draw. Couldn't stop. They were on dead run, and I wasn't really aiming. They were so close, but I know I hit the big one. I don't know where I hit them. I'm gonna have to rewatch the footage back, but I'm gonna have to give the boys a holler and let them know I'm gonna need some help on this one. So I'm gonna text them and rewatch this footage, and we're gonna see what happened. Oh my God, that was a big deer. So I'm sitting here glassing where I was at when that just happened, which is like right up this low point and to the right. And when I pulled up, there's a deer working pretty much straight down onto the tree I was sitting in, and I couldn't get a good look at what it was, but it worked up pretty much to the trail they were on and back over, so from like here back down. And I thought it was that doe at first, but right before it got into all the thick stuff, it kind of looked like it was that little buck that was with him. There's two more does right out here feeding. I've had two guys drive past me. Pretty sure the first one flipped me off. The second one waved. But just trying to get idea on if I could see anything. And I think that little buck worked back across, which makes me think he's the one that ran above me and then he walked back down. But I don't really know for sure. And there's two does there. But I'm thinking that's what happened, is because my initial thought when the deer ran above me was that it was that little buck. So I think maybe that little buck ran up and then walked back, and I never seen the doe, so I don't know where she went. I'm gonna have to zoom in when I put that GoPro on the computer, because I have some footage of the deer walking into the brush, but it's on GoPro, so it's not zoomed in very far. These two does just took off, I think. So I'm gonna sit here. It gets dark in probably an hour, hour and a half with this overcast. I'm just gonna sit here and glass, see if anything happens. Because as of right now, I don't know what happened, and I won't until I get it on big screen. But we're gonna see. I'll keep you guys updated. All right, I got another update. Sitting here in the same spot glassing, and pretty much straight down into the field from where I was, there was two deer. I couldn't tell what they were. My initial reaction was doe and fawn, and as I'm sitting here, I look over and they're running. So I'm like, well, maybe it's a little buck and chasing a doe. And they both stopped and were looking back, so I'm trying to figure out what they're looking at. And one of the deer stops and is like sniffing something on the ground. I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I'm pretty sure I see a white belly with antlers laying in this field. just from what I can tell. I mean, I only have 8-power binos, but it looks like white belly and antlers laying in the middle of this, what is now prairie field. So I'm gonna see if I can get some footage of that through my binos, and I'll probably sit here till dark and then head back, meet up with them, and kind of figure out what's the game plan. Still, I'm still gonna watch footage back and see what all I can learn, but as of right now, I'm pretty certain there's a white belly and horns in this field. Let's see if I can get. Okay, so after sitting there looking, I'm almost certain that deer is dead right there in that field. So what I'm gonna do, because that field is currently private, it's not easement or part of this prairie land yet, I'm going to drive up and around to this farm and see if I can't talk to this farmer just to make sure that it's okay we go on that property. I don't think he'll care because we talked to him the other day. He seems pretty cool, but I just want to double check and make sure that it's okay. I think I'm going to stop on the top of this hill and see if I can get another angle of that, what I think is that deer laying there. That's the plan for right this minute. Okay, so from right here I have a way better angle, just a little bit closer, and it's looking like a dead deer, 100%. See if we can get video of it again. So I just talked to our farmer buddy we met the other day and asked him if it was okay if I go in the field and whatnot, and he said, yeah, go for it. So I'm gonna grab my bow and my chest pack. I'm gonna walk in there and see if that ain't that deer. Walking in, I'm in within a couple 100 yards of where I think that deer is. So I'm just gonna keep sneaking up. I got my bow ready just in case, but I'm pretty sure he's dead if that was a belly I seen. So we're gonna keep the GoPro on and keep sneaking in. The wind's blowing right in my face, so we're good. camera died, but we're tagged out in Wisconsin. That was a wild hunt on what I was calling my last day. And I was going to shoot anything with antlers, and it just so happened to turn into that, which is in itself amazing. I haven't told the guys yet, so we're going to go review footage and see what we can figure out on the computer, and then come in and blood trail, or maybe I'll just tell them and we'll get her gutted and take them back to camp and hung up. And it was a nice hunt. Great week out here. We had perfect weather the whole time, which doesn't really happen when I go out of state. Usually rains or it's hot or whatever. But that is the biggest deer I've ever killed, and I did it on the ground with my bow out of state, which is just in itself amazing.
Run real fast. So Sawyer found you this spot?
Yeah, what the heck, Landon?
So what happened was, me and Bridger found a spot, and Sawyer wanted to hunt it. So
I'm pretty sure I took you by it the first day.
Hey, anyway, me and Bridger found this nice spot, big old deer in there. Sawyer decided he wasn't going to come over here and hunt, so I came over here, couldn't find Sawyer's spot, sat on the ground, started getting mad because it was raining, and then all of a sudden I heard some grunting. I sat up, and I seen my life flash before my eyes. I was the deer in the headlights for a second. Pulled back, tried to stop him, couldn't stop him. Didn't even aim, just shot. And yeah, then I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, and who was right on the video?
Out of all the people's opinions I got, Sawyer was the only one that called it. He said I gut shot it. So, gotta give him props
Out of what?
there.
10 people?
Yeah, probably 10 people.
I know what I'm doing.
I got one person that said I gut shot it. And tried to find my arrow, heard a bunch of noise, backed out, just sat on the road glassing. And then probably an hour after glassing, there was some does over there that took off, and I looked and I thought I could see a white belly. So I kept looking at it. And then I moved down the road, thought I could see it again, talked to the farmer, and he kind of encouraged me to walk in there and check and see if I was right, and I was. He was laying there. So I went back to review the footage with Sawyer, and Jimmy was more worried about dinner. Told me we'd just worry about this tomorrow. So then I had to
We hadn't ate all day long.
I had to come clean and let him know that we had to go haul deer out.
14 hours.
And here we are with this Wisconsin giant on public land with my bow. Probably bigger than the one Sawyer's hunting, but we'll never know because he won't shoot it. So, overall, pretty good day. Shot him about 2 o'clock.
Good job, buddy. First public land.
It's a shame that Bridger now has to find an Uber home because I'm sick of it.